Helen Yee here at RVCA, being joined by the one and only, the fan favorite, Mr. Luke Rockhold. Now, you just finished playing pickleball. How'd it go?
I feel very confident, in all aspects of my training, especially my pickleball. I've given Parillo a little lead from last week at a 2-point deficit just to build him up so I can break him down. So I'm about to finish him off after this and then get into some training.
Yeah, well, that sounds like a great Tuesday morning. But speaking of great, I know that you just spoke to the Schmo about your upcoming fight against Paulo Costa. But I want to know, where do you think a win over Paulo would take you in the middleweight division?
I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I think I've had my track record, and if I beat Paulo Costa, number 4 ranked middleweight in the world, that Marvin Vettori couldn't finish. And it's only been finished by one guy. If I finish him, yeah. I think it makes a statement and it tells the tale of where I belong and where I should go.
Well, speaking of Marvin Vettori, he's scheduled to fight Robert Whittaker. How do you see that playing out?
I think it could go either way. I think it's hard to see. I don't know. Marvin Vettori is tough, man. He works really, really hard. So it's like you got to strategize against slowing him down or just got to beat him to the punch. I think Whittaker could just out maneuver him and outlast him. Honestly, if you want me to tell the truth, I think Marvin's too stubborn and just not quick enough, not agile enough. I think Whittaker exposes that avenue.
Well, what about Sean Strickland? He has an upcoming fight against Alex Pereira. What do you make of that matchup?
I could give 2 fucks.
Well,
who's Alex Pereira and Sean is just, he's not really relevant, especially after his last fight. It's like you want to fight for a title, you want to go prove it, win it, earn it, go fucking put it on the line. When you fight a guy like Jack Hermanson and you fucking don't fight like a fucking man, and go for a win and go to stake your claim and make this case, it's just like the kid's just, you never know what the fuck is what that kid's head.
Well, someone that we've spoken about before, Jon Jones, and we've kind of briefly spoken about his move to the heavyweight division. It looks like he should be fighting Stipe. What do you make of his heavyweight debut finally and then fighting Stipe?
I think I'm sure we're all excited to see Jon Jones fight again. Come back and fight. Obviously, heavyweight is a different dynamic. You never know what he's going to bring to the table, so I will see. Hopefully they can get the deal done. They can get him to fight. I think that's the biggest thing is the UFC and him is need to come to an agreement and they need to pay the man. Jon Jones earned his place. No matter all the bullshit he's done, he's still earned his paycheck. So stop fighting on these guys for their paychecks and just pay them. Francis paid. John paid. So paid. Pay. Pay it up. Let's go. Come on. Let's go fight. But you got to pay us.
Speaking of success, one of your good friends, Khabib, you spoke to the Schmo and said that you'll be training with him. But what do you make of a lot of people saying or trying to compare Charles Oliveira's resume after his last fight to your friend Khabib's?
The resume is not the same. It's completely different. Khabib's never lost one fight, one round. Charles has got a beautiful, amazing story, and he's a demon of a fighter now. But he's lost how many times? 10 times? I don't know. But he's both amazing champions. And that's what it takes to be a champion. You have to be resilient. You have to fucking fight through the bullshit, the downs, and come back and prove yourself. And that's what we do as champions.
And quite a few people have said that Khabib is their MMA GOAT. But I'm curious to know, who's your MMA GOAT?
I don't think there's such a thing. I don't know. It's hard to say when, Khabib hasn't lost to anybody. Yeah, of course, he's a GOAT. There's a lot of GOATs in MMA. Lots of GOATs.
And lastly, a big upcoming matchup between Jiri and Glover Teixeira. Who do you think takes that?
We'll see how good can Jiri wrestle. That's the biggest thing. Yuri's a fun, crazy, very focused individual, as is Glover. But, Glover's going to come and mix it up and wrestle and really put pressure on him like he's never felt before. And we're going to see what comes out of that. And I'm excited to see it because Yuri's fun to watch. And Glover, as is Glover, and it's cool fun. Cool, fun fight.
And for all your fans who can't wait to watch your return against Paulo Costa and also watch you play some pickleball, what would you like to let them know?
stay tuned. Parillo's already trying to psych himself up over there. Let's go get that ass.